right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all inside High and Tight's broadcast. It's IA Baseball from Dike-New Hartford High School Baseball Stadium. The backdrop for our Class 2A and Class 1A battle here tonight as we go ahead and usher in the 4th of July weekend and July in itself. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in and joining into the broadcast. This is Dike-New Hartford taking on Newman Catholic in a battle as we wrap up the regular season for both these two squads. And again, appreciate you coming along for the ride and joining us here on a little bit of a rainy day. So again, that rain came out of nowhere, so we're getting through the wind, getting through the rain, but we still got a game to go here. And hopefully you can enjoy it with us as we go along. Again, this broadcast brought to you in part by the great folks at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. I gotta say, if you want some great food, I mean, look no further than the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Again, it's great atmosphere, and it just gives you everything you want in a dining experience. You gotta go check them out. The porterhouse is a must, but again, I hear the salmon's pretty great too. Anyway, a wide variety and some great food that will have you leaving full and just great. And make sure to say that IA Baseball sent you that way. All right, again, as we brave the elements here, let's go and dive into our Casmium Sports pregame show. Again, brought to you in part by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. And let's go ahead and let's kick things off by a look at where these two teams have been in the last 6 outings up to this point. And let's dive into it here with Newman Catholic. As you can see, the Knights have had 3 home games, 3 road games in their last 6 outings, including wins over West Fork, Central Springs. They did fall in 1 game to Mason City and also split with Roland Story, but also took wins over ELC and St. Ansgar. And then take a look at the hometown Wolverines as their schedule brought to you by the Batting Donut. Make sure to check them out today at Batting Donut. Sweeten the swing and do that with precision with 9 or 16 ounce varieties. It's great. It helps you with the power, with the fundamentals, with the mechanics, with everything of your swing. So make sure to check them out today at the Batting Donut. And of course, as you look at what's been going on here for the Wolverines, it's included more home games than not, including one of their only losses here as of late, Sumner Fredericksburg, 4-8 loss there before winning against Union, Jessup, doubleheader win over Columbus Catholic, AGWSR, and Williamsburg out of the 3A ranks as well. And again, appreciate all the thoughts here as we continue to go and try and fight the weather here. That's what we're trying to do anyway. But again, thanks for tuning in as you see Newman Catholic getting all warmed up and ready there. And we'll take a look, and as we do, if we have to pop out, we'll pop out a little bit. But we should be able to be able to get something in here. Of course, as always, we appreciate you coming along here with us. But now let's go ahead, if I can find it right, make sure that I get our team comparison brought to you by Casmium Sports. And as you can see there, we'll start with the Newman Catholic Knights. Last year was their 14th 30-plus win season since 09-010. And they went 20-8, marking their 7th straight conference title. And meanwhile, for the that's what's this year anyway, the 2025 record here includes 20-8. And of course, in this series, it is all knotted up. That's right, it is all tied up at 2 wins apiece. And in this series, the Knights have come out pretty strong. 19 runs in this series, 9 hits per game, 11 total bases per game right around. And on the pitching side of things, they have not given up a whole lot. Roughly 4 hits allowed, roughly 7.5 strikeouts per game, and just under 3 walks issued per game. On the other side here, Dike-New Hartford. They come off of a 14-13 season from a year prior, but this year, as Coach mentioned earlier, well and ahead of expectations here for this season, as they have actually gone out and excelled in nearly every facet here. They have now secured their 8th conference title since 2014, going 8-1 in the conference slate, 20-3 overall. This series, it has produced quite a lot for them. 6 runs, 4 hits per game on average, and total bases right around 5.3. Hits allowed right around 8.8, and of course you can see strikeouts and walks per game there as well. And of course, as you can see there, rain coming down just a little bit here, trying to stave off again. Hopefully that rain holds off. We can get something rolling here and get a broadcast in here for you. And we will go ahead and we'll look at, first off, our keys to the game here, brought to you again by Casmium Sports. And as we do that, we take a look first at the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. And this is a series in which you saw their numbers in this series here. Again, only 4 games up to this point, but still, it's been quite the battle here. In the end, low scoring game. That's what the Wolverines want here, and they want the pitching to be their guide, and they want to start off early. They want to hit the gas early and keep rolling from there. Why do they want to do that? Because when it's 5 runs or less total in the game, the Wolverines end up winning that one. And of course, they want pitching to be the guide. 37 less innings than Newman. They've had 64 fewer hits allowed, 29 fewer runs allowed, and 13 points lower in the whip category as well. And of course, why do they want to start early? Well, because in the end, 82% of the time they start the scoring first, they win in the ball game. So again, that's why they want to start off things really quick. And again, quick and fast and easy, that's where they kind of want to have their bread and butter. And of course, as we now move on we'll take a look at the Newman Catholic Knights. And for them, a lot of it's business as usual. Offense. We want a balanced attack for them, out of them. And of course, they want to get in a track meet for sure. Why all that? Well, simply because when it's over 5 runs scored in the game, this is a Newman win. When it comes to, again, they have scored over 80% of their wins have come when scoring has been spread out. So that's why they kind of want that balanced attack, and they want it to kind of remain that way for sure. And of course, in this, just 1 loss in games where one team has scored 10 or more runs. So they want this in the end to go to a track meet, because Newman tends to be the team that comes out on top when it comes to high scoring affairs, especially when that has happened here in this series. And again, hopefully the rain kind of quits off here. Again, we're certainly right now hoping that we get a drier game as we move along. Again, this is basically the wrap-up here. I know Newman has something coming on up after this, but again, both these teams looking to try and wrap things up totally here. Right now we're getting quite the rain coming on down here. We might have to just pause just a little bit here as we keep our equipment dry and ready to roll. Again, I'm okay getting wet for sure, but in the end, it's the computer that certainly doesn't like wet, as you can tell. But again, we've got more coming on up here. We're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we got more hopefully game action coming on up. But right now, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back right here on the iBaseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of iabaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm RDA Advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor iabaseball.com. Please visit rdafn.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of iabaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA Advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor iabaseball.com. Please visit rdafn.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back inside here as we get rocking and rolling and rain lightening up just a bit here. We're going to right now dive into, as we try and, again, stave off what is a lot of rain here. In the end, appreciate you jumping along with us here as we will look to get this guy in here, and hopefully we get a good broadcast along the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the defense here. And as we do so, we'll take a look first and foremost, once it decides to pull up again anyway. Again, the defense brought to you by Casmian Sports and Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Make sure to check them out today. As the defense for Dike-New Hartford coming on up there, and it will look like this. Connor Dancer doing the duties on the pitching side. Keegan Wolhuse behind the dish. Lewis Textor at first. Tate Block at second. Colin Meester at second. Channing Cutsforth behind at the hot corner. And Gavin Gerbrock doing the duties in left. Carson Costello in center. And Aiden Walston doing the duties in left field. In right field, excuse me. So we continue on. That ball gets shot right back here, and we continue on now with a 1-1 count here. Again, Newman Catholic and Dike-New Hartford, the fifth all-time battle between these two squads as they continue to rock on. And the next pitch, that one too low. We call it a 2-1 count here. Again, just starting things off. Appreciate you sticking with us as we kind of navigate through the rain, all the fun stuff, the fun stuff that makes games so fun here. The weather is certainly looking to potentially lighten up here. That one gets away here. We now go to a 3-1 count here on the leadoff man here for the Newman Catholic Knights. And again, that's Cal McGuire as he sends that one up, out, and foul out of play here. And now we bring it all full now at 3-2. And as we just start things off here, again, rain lightening up here just a bit. And now the full count from Dancer. That one inside, catches him, and the first batter he sees, he sets down on a 6-pitch strikeout. Great way to start things off here, and now we get Isaiah Keston up to the plate. The senior batting .375, 45 total bases on the campaign. And Dancer on the mound, 2-0 in his 12 innings pitched. He has allowed 5 hits, 22 strikeouts through those 12 innings, just 6 walks, and just 1 earned run. That is all that she has written in terms of his production. Again, really efficient in his time. Starts things off here now with a 1-0 count. And the postseason path set here for both teams. That one on a hopper out there to second. The nice pick. The underhand toss gets him by a step as Block secures out number 2. And now Gage Peterson stepping on up, a fellow senior, .371 on his average, 15 walks on the 2025 campaign. He's looking to get the offense rolling here. 2 down already. Dancer with a strikeout and a ground out. Sends that one's too high. That one not quite in there. We go 2-0 the count. Again, 2 are down. And we'll give you the postseason look here for both teams coming on up in just a bit. The pitch, that one, a little dribbler out there to third, has to get there quickly. A fire from across the diamond will nab him. Nice job by Cutsforth as he will nab the runner and get him 1, 2, 3. Go the Newman Catholic Knights. And they will be set down as Dancer has a pretty efficient inning here. Right around 10 pitches is all he threw, and he managed to get out of this one quickly. And now it's time to move on over to the other side of things here. And as we do, let's go ahead and take a look at what the lineup will be looking like here. Again, first we'll bring you the batting order here for the Newman Catholic Knights, as you just witnessed there. And again, their look has been Cal McGuire, Isaiah Keston, and Gage Peterson, all at 1, 2, 3. West Cole is the DH in the number 4 spot, followed by Tegan Eisenlohr. And then Colin Colin Bleely is following him. Adam Henrik is in the number 7 spot, followed by Jace Anderson and Alec Eager in the number 9 hole. And, of course, moving on up here, we'll take a look now at the Dike-New Hartford lineup as they will look quite a bit like this. And we're going to start off here with Gavin Gerbrock doing the duties here in the number 1 spot. Carson Costello in the number 2 hole. Lewis Texter in the number 3 spot. And then Connor Dancer helping himself out in the cleanup role. And then it will be Keegan Bolhus doing the duties up next, followed by Tate Block. And then Colin Meester, followed by Channing Cutsford, and then the DH in Cooper Steffen. And that is the look at the lineup here for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. And, of course, as we go along, again, this broadcast, as always, brought to you by the great folks at Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. That one on a chopper right side. The pick and fire from first to pitcher and gets them by a step. Having to do some quick work out there, but in the end, Anderson catches that one for the out. So Gerbrock sent down on a 4-3 putout. And now that brings up Carson Costello to the plate. The .325 average hitting senior with 26 hits on the campaign. We've known him for what he's been doing pitching-wise, but again, you can't sleep on what he's been doing with the bat. That one sails a bit high on him. The 1-0, and he catches the corner here. 1-1 we go. So a little rain, almost done here. We've got just a little bit of showers left. Hopefully we don't have any more coming our way. Certainly appreciate you hanging with us there as we navigate the water and electronics all in the same breath. But as we continue on here, that one's sent back here, and we even it up now at 2 apiece. Again, this is a series, it's kind of been polar opposites. When it's been high-scoring affairs, it's been Newman to come out on top. When it's a low-scoring effort, it's been the Wolverines to come out on top. Again, this is the series tiebreaker between. That one sent out of play. And that one got him in there, and we call it another K. It is the pitching going early here for both teams. First strikeout here for the Newman Catholic Knights. And Anderson, who comes in with a 2-2 record overall. He has tossed 33 innings, allowing 15 walks, 7 earned runs, 25 hits, but has struck out 23 in his time on the mound. And that one gets away to the backstop just a bit here. So again, our multiple camera system brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse here. Thank them for helping to bring us all these great views. Including our view of first. Right now we go back from behind the dish. Bottom half of the inning, the 2-1 count sends up high, and that'll be out of play. So with 2 down, we now continue on a 2-strike count here to the number 3 hole man in Lewis Texter, .486 average for the senior, over 1,000 OPS, and he sends that one right side on a slow roller, eats him up there at second, but not long enough. Great job on Henrik's part to recoup, get that one, and secure the out. So both teams in the first inning go 1, 2, 3, and that's how we wrap up inning number 1. No hits, no runs, no errors anywhere in inning number 1. And we'll go ahead and catch up inning number 2 coming on up here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you as we continue right along here. A little bit of a windy day here, but we're still getting the game in despite the crazy weather that we have, and appreciate you for joining us here. It's the top half of inning number 2, and as we look at who's coming on up here for the Newman Catholic Knights, they will look at Cole West, the DH, to kick this inning off. The sophomore looking pretty good on the year, 429, 35 runs driven in. He'll be followed by Tegan Eisenlohr, the junior, with 31 total bases, 11 extra base hits on the campaign. And then in the hole will be Colin Bleely as the senior with 20 total bases, 23 walks on the campaign. Those are the first 3 up here to face once again, and Dancer, who has been absolutely, again, efficient is the word I go to, but I mean, it's rightfully so. 22 strikeouts through just 12 innings pitched. He has done what he's needed to and more, just 5 hits and a minuscule 1 earned run in his time on the mound. He gets the starting nod here today, looking to go 3-0 for his record on the 2025 season. Again, the Wolverines head coached by Jordan Martin, who has been, again, continues to breathe great life into this program, and the lineage continues on, I should say, because this is a very strong program that has been known for great baseball, and against both of these teams, so we're in for quite a treat. Cole West now stepping on up as we get the chance to see him in the first time here across this battle. So we start with 1-0 being the count here. Again, these two teams looking to wrap off the regular season in style. It's been a even slate for both of these squads, 2 wins apiece. The last time out, Dike-New Hartford taking the win. And 2 games prior to that was all Newman Catholic. And then, of course, the furthest game away was also a Dike-New Hartford win. And that's how we have our 2-2 mark in terms of the series. That one's sending a little bit outside. We draw it 3-1. Not too many walks on the season. Again, Dancer with just 6 entering today's game. Been, again, as efficient as you can be. That one's sent back. And making things rattle just a bit. But here we are. We're continuing to rock here. And as always, make sure to catch up and give your nominations for Player of the Week. Both of these teams have had nominations, multiple across the 2025 season. That one gets hit high. That'll be out of play, foul, and we remain it all full at 3-2. But again, make sure to give us your nominations across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Again, that's iabaseball1@gmail.com. And that one gets them a free pass over there to first, and that's the first base runner of the game for either squad. And it comes right off the bat as Newman gets a chance to do some damage here. West with the walk. And now Tegan Eisenlohr stepping on up. Again, 31 total bases for him entering today's battle. Newman looking to, again, they've secured a conference title already. Both of these teams are conference champions. As that two-seamer breaks too far inside, and we go ball one to start the at-bat. Again, both these teams have been pretty solid. Newman being more of they can find a way to be a balanced scoring team. Both of these teams have been efficient as that one's chopped foul out of play. But for Newman, when they can keep it a more balanced scoring across the game from innings 1 to 7, then they usually typically come out on top. Meanwhile, for the Wolverines, if they score first, it's almost done for, as that one is a high strike obliged for strike 2. But again, if Dike-New Hartford scores first, it's usually game over. Over 80% of their games in which they have scored first, they have won. Only one game this year where they have not scored first did they win. That one right back up the middle, and that will find the outfield grass, and it's station-to-station baseball now with 2 runners on here for the Knights. So with West standing on second, Eisenlohr on first. Colin Bleeley now stepping on up. 20 total bases, 23 walks on the 2025 season. Dancer in his first bit of a jam here. And he'll lay down a bunt attempt. That goes way high. And we end up with strike 1. Nicely done. Coming on in to crash was Texter from first. And now we'll definitely see Texter is right about pitcher's mound. Ball just getting taken care of here. But almost in front of the pitcher's mound here. They are not going to succeed that bunt attempt. Right now, the 0-1 count, 2 runners on. And he does lay down the bunt, but that one gets shot foul. Here we go, 0-2. And now, Coach Bull, who leads the squad here for the Newman Catholic Knights, you got to ask, what's the strategy now? Certainly, yeah, that kind of, in theory, you'd think would limit another bunt attempt here. And the Dike-New Hartford defense realizes that. So the 0-2 delivery, here's the pitch. And that one's shot right out there in a one-hopper. They switch it to second. The exchange to first. And they got him. Heck of an effort defensively here for Dike-New Hartford. A double play turned. In the meantime, West does find himself at third. And now we continue on with Adam Henrik to the plate, looking to capture on his 30 total base season so far. So we start with strike 1 and 2 down here. That's a double play, a very big double play at that. But in the end, now there's still a chance for Newman to go ahead and strike here early. Again, Dike-New Hartford hasn't generally found themselves down early in the games too often. And certainly they found ways to fight back here. But again, it's usually when the Wolverines score first, they end up taking the win. That one sails a bit high on them, and we even it up now at 1-1. And make sure to get your thoughts here. Where should we head postseason coverage? We got postseason broadcast baseball here for you. And all you need to do is hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Again, iabaseball1@gmail.com. That's a great chance for you to go ahead and hit us up and catch up on not only what game we should go to, but of course, performance of the week, and a whole lot more. As always, again, iabaseball1@gmail.com. You can contact us there. Also, hit us up on Facebook. As that one is swung on and captured. A needed strikeout there on the 2-strike count. And a runner left stranded here for Newman Catholic as it remains a tie ball game. Heck of a job here as Dancer sets down his second strikeout of the game and does it in needed fashion there as they get out of the jam. So one runner left on, one hit, and in the end, no runs crossing here for Newman Catholic. We'll keep it right here before we come back with Dancer, Bolhus, and Block coming on up here for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. But again, you can catch us up all across our social media scene here. Again, IA Sports is where you're seeing it on YouTube right now, iabaseball1@gmail.com, and Facebook as well. Instagram there. Follow us for all the great highlights. And, of course, we're on X / formerly Twitter, however you want to call that. We are right there for you as well. So again, as this game rolls right along here, again, we still see these two teams now in their 5th battle all time, and that's in the bound era anyway. Newman Catholic looking to return back to the state tournament. They were not too far removed from the state tournament action anyway. And Dike-New Hartford, the same thing. So both of these teams know what it's like anyway. They have seen state tournament action over the past 5-10 years, so they have been there. They've known kind of what to expect here. And they all know that this is the starting point at which they're going to continue on. So again, as we look to finally wrap up, we have some sun. And I always got to make sure, every time there's some stillness there, you got to make sure that in the end you're not losing any connection here. But anyway, we get rolling now. The bottom half of the inning is set to rock, and as we go and remind you to check out what we've got going on across our social media scene. Again, however you can catch up with us, we would love to hear from you. That one is struck left side. That's got some air on it, and that one will bounce over the fence. It's a ground rule double. First pitch right out of the gate here. Dancer helping his own cause out in a big way. A stand-up double. And now the Wolverines, they're dancing here. Their first base runner of the ball game. And now Keegan Bolhus stepping on up to the plate. So first pitch ambushed him. Now stands on second here for Dancer. And that one's foul back. Thanks again, Lisa, for the help on the pronunciation. Bliley, thank you very much as we continue to roll. Again, one of the things that I always like to try and do is get name pronunciations, but man, did this rain make it hard to do all those things at once. So glad, thanks for helping out. And again, if there's any thoughts or anything that I am missing or anything that you want to comment on, hit us up. We'd love to hear about it. So Bolhus back up here again, 1-1 the count. Anderson on the mound here for Newman Catholic. Here's the pitch. That will find its way on the inner third. Here we go, 1-2 at the count. Again, Keegan on the year, the senior, batting .369, 24 hits. And he has 19 walks on the campaign. A 1-2 look, and that one sends too far outside, and we even it up. So with a runner on second, a chance here. Again, the Wolverines, they're the team that usually comes out on top. And now they can't quite find it. The runner taken off the third. There will be a throw, not in time, however. Again, that one was hard to catch. Peterson trying to gauge that one, and in the end, it's a pass off to third here for Dancer. And now we have runners on. We have a runner on third here, and we have a full count. Still nobody down here. Bolhus looking to add on. Would like his 25th hit of the season to come here. That one might just score him anyway. That's deep enough, mid-deep field, and that will get the runner ends. And coming on, crossing the plate will be Dancer. He'll secure the first run of the ball game. It's 1-0 in favor of Dike-New Hartford. And so now as bases are empty here, Tate Block stepping on up to the plate. He's a .353 hitter, 16 runs driven in on the season. And he sends that one right back here for strike one. Always glad that there's a fence, that's for sure. So one strike here as we start off again. Block having a heck of a year. Junior campaign, .353 on the season. Sends that one foul here. We now go to 0-2. And it's been kind of more of a homestand over the last 6 outings here for Dike-New Hartford. Four home games, 2 road games, and we're back at it here on the road. So a lot of home action here in the end. That's a strikeout here, number 2 of the day here for Anderson, as he now secures strikeout number 25 on the campaign. So with 2 down, now we turn our attention to Colin Meester, the senior, 26 total bases, 14 walks. And he shoots that one, an atom ball, right to the hot corner. That's why they call it so. And nicely done here by McGuire. He handles that one without problem. And now we head into, well, quickly moving right along with this one. As we continue to roll right along, don't forget to like, subscribe, spread the word. It's time for the top of the 3rd inning when we come back. Again, don't forget, anything, any requests? Don't take song requests, but any other requests out there, any thoughts or more, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Newman Catholic getting their chance here and getting us in our action continuing here from Dike-New Hartford Baseball Diamond. Beautiful backdrop here. And when it's not raining, I can only imagine just a heavenly place to be. Again, baseball is the greatest show on dirt, and we're glad that you could join us for this here as we get the top of inning number 3 rocking and rolling. As always, hey, don't forget to catch us up wherever you can. iabaseball1@gmail.com. Facebook is where you do your player of the week voting. And, of course, we're on TikTok as well. I myself need to get better at the whole TikTok game, but, you know, we'll get there. Help me out if you can. Give me some patience. As we get rocking here, Anderson trying to help himself out anyway. The senior batting .300 and takes his first strike here, or second strike. 0-2 now the count. Again, Dancer already with a couple strikeouts here entering this half inning. And he gets another one there. Second consecutive strikeout here. That makes it third overall. And now Alec Egger coming on up, looking to add on to his 22 total base mark. And he's trying to keep things rolling right now. Dancer with the swat, and that one on a slow roller out there to short. The pick and the fire as he had to do that, traveling towards the second base side. Meester with a heck of a play there, and he had to capture that ball from an exchanger from glove to hand. I mean, in the end, poetry in motion right there, and that's how we get out number 2, and once again bring back the top of the order in Cal McGuire. That one sailed a bit on him here with 2 down, a 1-0 count. Already into the top of the third inning. Man, this game has already flown by. And now the delivery, that one sails just a bit outside. The 2-0 count coming on up, and we look and we fire, and that one right back up the middle, and you send it where it was once. And in the end, we have a broken bat situation at hand. So heck of an effort, not only just to get the hit, but to muster it out into the outfield grass off of a broken bat. Got to say, that's pretty impressive. That puts him onto the base pass here. McGuire picks up his 35th hit of the season. That brings up Isaiah Keston to the plate. Fellow senior batting .375, 45 total bases up to this point in the campaign. Applied but not in time there. Nice throw behind the dish, but in the end doesn't quite get it. And we have a stolen base here for Cal McGuire. That one sent on a rip out there to center field, and he'll let that one bounce. Now coming around third, we'll look to have a tie ball game here as he was on his horse. Cal McGuire was already around third before that ball officially hit the grass. And now we are even this thing up all at 1 apiece. So nice bit of hitting here. As with 2 down, Newman Catholic, off the bat of Isaiah Keston, officially secures the evenness again, 1-1. As the RBI now brings up Gage Peterson back to the plate. Looking to avenge his ground out from the last time up. Runner is taken off. There will be a throw, and that one just a little off and not in time. Back-to-back stolen bases here for the Knights. And Peterson trying to add on. They've already scratched across their first run of the ball game here. So the 0-1 delivery, and we're going to have a conversation here. But again, this Dike-New Hartford squad, as we take a look at what their schedule is going to be like coming on up here, it includes a battle against Jessup or Applington-Parkersburg, both in which Dike-New Hartford leads those series. So however it ends up from Anamosa, they'll be in favor of either one of those games. The next pitch, that one's shot, and that one's over second base's head. Block, can't get it, and coming around will be Keston. He'll cross the plate, and back-to-back RBI singles will officially plate 2, and Newman Catholic now has the lead for the first time in this one. And now Cole West, the DH, stepping on up. Last time he came up, he walked and later made it all around to third. He is looking to add on. It's been not only an impressive sophomore season, to say the least, as that one sails just a bit high on him. Again, on the year, he has batted .429, 35 RBIs, one of the top marks on this roster, and you can tell why he's in the cleanup spot. That one inside, but catches enough for the zone. We split it now at 1-1. All 2 runs here for Newman Catholic have come off of RBI singles and stolen base. A high chopper out there to Dancer. He'll find a way to underhand that one and get and secure out number 3. But not before damage has been done. Newman not only saw a deficit, they turned it around and they doubled it. Now they have a 1-run lead off the strength of 3 back-to-back singles. And now the Knights come and we go into the bottom half of the 3rd with Newman Catholic up 2-1. Before we go anywhere, I want to give a shout out here. Hey, appreciate all the thoughts here and more. As we go along, we always want to make broadcasts, our shows, and everything as good as we can. So we love your input. I mean, we truly do. How do we get better? Well, we hear from you. And, of course, all the chat bots and, of course, all the fake accounts. But in the end, we really want to hear from you and your thoughts. That includes, where should we go for postseason baseball? Where should we end up? Well, we have a couple different broadcasts that we'll be doing across the postseason scene, and we get the chance. Where should we go? Where should we see? What teams are the hottest in your mind? Because again, this is all for you guys. We all want to make sure that you are engaged with it as much as we are. So again, appreciate everything that all the thoughts and everything you give. So again, as we rock on, again, bottom of inning number 3. And again, this broadcast brought by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse here. It truly is. Again, guys, you just don't get any better than that. You got your favorite restaurants for sure. Log Cabin can go toe-to-toe. I guarantee you'll have a great time. Check them out today. So it's now Dike-New Hartford to get back at it. After 3 hits, produced 2 runs, and a runner left on base for Newman. It's time now. Channing Cutsworth stepping on up. His first plate appearance here of the game takes strike 1. And that one gets set high. That will be playable. And will we capture that out? We will. Backing up into the outfield grass goes the Newman infield. And we will have out number 1 secured here for the Knights. And now Cooper Steffen back up to the plate for the first time. The senior batting .278, 15 walks on the campaign. And that one chopped right side. Slow pickup, but securing it for the out. Nicely done. Henrik will get the out on a toss. And so the first 2 batters of the inning here for the Wolverines are set down. And Gavin Gerbach back up to the plate. The .419 hitting sophomore grounded out his first trip up. Looking to avenge that here. Again, our right field look here. And we're back at it here behind the disc. That one sent foul. As that one is in there for the strike. So we go quickly now 0-2. The Wolverines trying to answer back here after the 2 spotted, but in the end, the strikeout had there. Gerbach set down. That is the 3rd strikeout of the game here for Anderson, as he does not allow a hit, a run, anything. It's all zeros across that inning, as now we head on to a 4th inning. Gosh, we are already into the 4th inning, and it's a 2-1 Newman Catholic lead here. And again, as we continue along, it will be coming on up. Tegan Eisenlors is the first to greet us here for the Knights. And of course, Colin Bliley doing the duties up next. And then Adam Henrik will be the number 3 batter as we get rocking here. Again, following West Cole's at bat here, in which he ground out last inning. Again, Eisenlohr, Bliley, and of course, Henrik is due up next. So again, appreciate you hanging with us for what was a really rainy start. Again, a front just coming on through, just gave us just enough to make it a little bit hectic. In the end, we got through it. We're doing just fine, and we have a heck of a game going on here already into the fourth inning. And Newman Catholic with that lead here. And Eisenlohr, Bliley, and Henrik due up. Dancer looking to add on. He already has 3 strikeouts. In fact, both pitchers with a trio of Ks up to this point. Again, for Dike-New Hartford, their next battle will be on the 8th against Jessup or Applington Parkersburg. Whoever wins that round 1 game. For the Newman Catholic Knights, Clarksville is their first opponent. They'll be doing that at home. Meanwhile, the Wolverines will be on the road at Anamosa to start the postseason. Eisenlohr back up. Looking to continue off of what was a good third inning. 3 hits, 2 runs for the Knights. Swings through that one for strike 1, start his second at bat. And back in the second, he singled and got caught up in a double play back in the second. Dancer now with the fire. And Dancer's doing a good job of finding that inside corner, making it a little uncomfortable to one swing, or let alone get an extension on the bat there. Eisenlohr, a guy that can find a way to do that. And again, 31 total bases, but he's going to be set down on the 4th strikeout of the game here for Dancer, as it's a heck of a way to start the inning. And strike 1 here, as that now brings up Bliley to the plate. The senior, 20 total bases, 23 walks. He's found a way to get on, and it's been very, what do we like to say, efficient work. The empty count now finds its way into a pitcher's count, 0-1. And got some trivia action here for you. Got IA Sports wristbands here, as well as a shirt for you. Trivia question, and you got to make sure that you email iabaseball1@gmail.com, and it keeps flashing up there for you, iabaseball1@gmail.com. And if you email us and you're the third to email us and with the correct answer, then you will get a free shirt courtesy of IA Baseball, IA Sports. So we go 3-1 with the count, and again, that will be coming up in the 5th inning. So make sure to stay around, especially for some fun trivia. The 3-1 count, and that one's hit high. That one is into shallow right field. Coming on a couple steps one way or another, Walton will officially secure the out for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines, as that is out number 2 on the fly out to right. That'll bring up Adam Henrik back to the plate. Struck out his first time up, but you can't keep a guy like this down for too long. It's only a matter of time, but see strike 1 there. And we go in there, and we even up the count now at 1 apiece. Again, make sure to catch up on High and Tight, the weekly program that gives you some big highlights across the state, some big storylines, and, of course, a whole lot of other stuff, including your Performance/Player of the Week winner and some big-time highlights, from big-time Gold Glove plays to home runs and beyond. We want to see all of that, and we appreciate you for go ahead and helping us to highlight these players. The 2-1 count, Dancer with the toss. That one has him ducking for danger here, brings the count for the second straight batter up to 3-1. Again, if we're excited about trivia here coming on up, that one gets hit high. That one is playable right side, but that will and be a little bit of a hit there. Camera took a little bit of a shake. In the end, I think we're all right. Doing just fine, and appreciate you coming along for the ride. So again, multiple camera views brought to you in part by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Make sure to check out what they've got going at Galena, Illinois. The full count pitch, and sends him on to first base as we go. And the first base runner here of this inning, Henrik sent on the walk. And by the way, Henrik, flight risk at that. 10 stolen bases up to this point, and we've already seen 2 stolen bases in this game here for the Knights. And Jace Anderson back up to the plate, looking to avenge his strikeout from his first time up. And again, if you're thinking about where you should catch up on highlights stuff and more, nice catch there. That was aimed right at me. I'm just going to say that. As highlights, we got all kinds of stuff, including a cool highlight of Martinsdale St. Mary's, and a heck of a place there for the Blue Devils that they've got, and a great heritage. And reason why we love Iowa high school baseball is the history that is not forgotten in this state. So top of the fourth, runner on first. 2 down. We have a 2-0 count here from Dancer. He'll look and he'll fire. Catches the inner third. Here we go 2-1. So again, this game here, looking to try to break the 4-year tie break right now. 2-2, each team with a pair of wins. And that one goes from a 2-1 to 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery, that one a little too low. We bring it full. Second full count here of the inning for Dancer as he tries to, well, dance out of danger here. He's got a runner on, but he does have 2 down going for him. The next pitch, and that one sends on a sharp chop out there to short. The pick and fire, nicely done to snag that one at first. Texter with the catch from Meester, and a heck of a play to secure out number 3. So at the 6-3 putout, that means that no runs cross again for the Newman Catholic Knights. And Dike-New Hartford holds them scoreless here in the 4th. Their chance coming on up. But before we go to break, I got to ask a quick question here, and this will be our trivia question. And if, again, for those who know, go ahead and hit us up. Give us the answer, iabaseball1@gmail.com. And if you are number 3 to email us and you get it correct, you are the winner. So, the question has been, there has been multiple teams to win 4 consecutive summer state titles. A number of different teams. I'm not going to tell you how many because that's what I want you to find out. Tell me how many teams have won 4 consecutive, which marks a 4-way tie for the record. But how many teams have had 4 consecutive state titles? And bonus if you can name all 4 of them. So for right now, we get rocking as I'll let you sift on that trivia, and we get engaged with the bottom half of the inning as the bottom half of the 4th will start on a bunt. Heck of a bunt at that. A play is going to be made, but it's going to be too late. That's how you kick it off. Costello, what a play there. Nice bunt attempt, laid down, hugged the line as much as that could, and that is picture perfect. An ambush bunt starts us off with a runner on first. And that brings up Lewis Texter to the plate. Ground out victim his last time up. And that one too far out of the zone here. We start now 1-0. Again, how many teams have gone 4 consecutive state titles? That one on the opposite end, too far inside, 2-0. Again, 4 different teams And I'll give you a hint coming on up in the next half inning. So the 2-0 count, the pitch, that one does find the zone here on the inner third. We go 2-1. Again, this followed a heck of a bunt single here by Costello and has to stay honest over there at first. That one right back to where we are. Allows the runner to head on over to second here. As Costello now stands on the wild pitch. Stands at second. So the 3-1 count, runner on second. Wolverines trying to answer. They scored back in the second, have not captured it since. That one got ate up there at second, but in the end, gathered himself just enough. Henrik gets the shot over to first and gets out number one. Meanwhile, Costello, that bunt single proven big here as he stands on third with one down. And of course, as we'll have a new pitcher into the mix here as we get Kyle McGuire stepping on up, and he gets the chance to get into the pitching role here. McGuire on the season. Again, we've seen his name before plenty of times, and this year it's been for a number of different reasons, including what he's done on the mound. 35 strikeouts, teams hitting a mere 155 against him through 31 innings pitched. That is what we call impressive, folks. He is a unblemished 7-0 record up to this point. And, of course, Anderson goes from on the mound. He will head on over to third. As McGuire is, again, stepping on up. So, again, if you get the chance here, again, iabaseball1@gmail.com is the place to go ahead and hit us up. Give us that answer. The trivia question is, how many teams have gone 4 consecutive state titles? And if you get all 4 correct, then it's just a bonus your way and a good chance of coming with the win. Again, we have IA Sports gear for you to be able to get, and we will make sure at the end of the season to go ahead and ship that off to you. All we want to know is your address, where we should send it to, and shirt size. And so we'll get that rocking and rolling for you. For right now, we are going to get rocking here as we continue the bottom of the fourth with the runner on third. And now Connor Dancer, who has already doubled in this game and later came around to score, he's going to get the chance to play a little bit of hero here. And that one gets hit high, and that's a major league pop-up. Peterson having to gauge it, finds his way as it's on the dirt. A heck of a play there as he had to fight the sky, the sun, everything in between. And I'll say that is a huge out as Dancer is set down on the pop-up. And not only is it just a huge out based off the batter, but it's a huge out because now it's 2 down. And again, Dike-New Hartford trying to even it up here. Bolhuis now stepping on up, a sacrifice RBI back in his first trip, and he sends that off there to second. The pick by Henrik, and the fire over there to first secures out number 3, and the Newman Knights dance out of danger here as they pick up out number 3 and keep it a 1-run lead as we head into the 5th. Hey, we're going to take an actual break this time. We'll have more coming on up as we get the 5th inning rolling right after this.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of iabaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor iabaseball.com. Please visit rdafn.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 5th inning, and man, we're already there. I mean, truly, I had to fight off every inch of every droplet of water here, and now all of a sudden I've looked up, and we're already into the 5th. This has been a game that we thought we knew would happen. Again, it's tailing towards a little bit more Dike-New Hartford's way because, again, in the end, in this series, the team, if the game goes 5 runs or less total in terms of runs, then it usually favors Dike-New Hartford. Meanwhile, if the game goes above 5 combined runs, it usually goes in favor of the Newman Catholic Knights. Could we see a different change here? We'll have to see. But again, it's Dike-New Hartford they struck early in first. They struck back in the bottom of the second, in which they made it a 1-0 advantage. But then in the very next half inning, it was the Knights to not only erase the deficit, but capture a lead, a 2-run top of the 3rd. And since then, the 4th was scoreless, and here we are into the 5th. It is a 2-1 advantage, the Newman Catholic Knights. And we have a new pitcher here for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Texter is on, as he will relieve Dancer after 4 innings worth and 4 strikeouts. And Dancer will look to head off to 3rd as we bring it back into the mix here. We'll go ahead and take a look excuse me, at the stats here for Texter coming on up. That one too low and in the dirt. We started off 1-0. That one sent back, rattles the fence just a little bit. We even it up at 1 apiece. So Texter on the season, number 3 overall on the team in strikeouts, 31 up to this point. And he tries to capture strike number 2 there, but in the end we go 2-1. And again, through his 19 innings pitched, he has an unblemished 3-0 record. Teams hitting just 155 against him. He has allowed just 2 earned runs on the season with a 0.72 ERA to show for it. The 2-2. And tried to get him there. Could tell he was wondering where that missed. In the end, we draw it full. A full count to the first batter he sees in Alec Eager. And Egger, is set down on strikes. He is set looking. First strikeout of the game here for Texter. As now we'll bring back up the top of the lineup here in Kyle McGuire, who stole a base, singled, and scored in his last trip. Texter with the fire and a nice bite inside. Got him to foul that one off the hands. And a mix-up here as we go from right-hander to left-hander. The lefty with an 0-1 advantage here. And he'll fire that one in there for the strike. We go 0-2. Again, he is part of a strong pitching staff here for the Knights. 3 individuals with 30 or more strikeouts on the season. And again, it has been an impressive pitching year for these Wolverines. Again, 57, 32, 31 in terms of the strikeout total. Again, 31 from Texter into this game, added 32 here recently. And he gets 33 on that one, and you can make that trot and the pass around the diamond here, earn that one. That's strikeout number 2 from him on the day, and a big out there to now bring up Isaiah Keston to the plate. Again, McGuire has been one of those dynamic leadoff guys. Prototypical as that one's in there for strike one, but in the end, he's also been very efficient. He's a guy that can create havoc, as we've seen on the base pass. He can do it all from bunts to the long balls. He can really make it happen. And Keston can also do that. He shoots that one foul here, 0-2 the count. Again, Keston has one hit so far in the game, 1 for 2. He also has a stolen base, and he has now added on. He has 49 total bases on the season. That one lays off. Here we go, 1-2. Again, a trivia question. Make sure to email us, iabaseball1@gmail.com. And if you go ahead and get that, as that one is set down, got to complete the play. The throw will secure the out. And what a way to come in and pitch. Texter, what does he do off of an already stressful type of game? He comes in and just looks cool, calm, collected, 3 strikeouts, and he sets down the Newman lineup just like that, 1, 2, and 3. And now it's time to try and answer. It hasn't been a scoring effort here for the Wolverines since the second inning. They've gone 2 scoreless, 3 scoreless up to this point. They want to try and answer here in the bottom half of the inning, and it will be Block, Meester, and Cutsforth when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here, the batting donut. I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenorswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, another cam view here. Again, those foul balls take us a little bit there. Knocked it just a bit, but we got durable cameras here. In the end, a little different view here for you as we get things started off. And we start and we rock here with the number 6 hole man, Tate Block, as he chops that one foul, strike one. Again, the trivia question, we'll go ahead and get that answered here. Again, make sure to email us, iabaseball1, the number 1, at gmail.com. A chance for you to get some IA sports swag. We already got a number of different answers here, a number of different answers in, I should say. So really appreciate that, and keep getting them in. This half inning ends, we will end the poll. That one on a slow roller out there to short. And I had to get all of that one, but in the end, McGuire with a heck of a shot. He gets the out there, and it is a much-needed out number 1. And now that brings up Colin Meester to the plate, lined out, and I mean lined out. Had a hard hit ball right to the hot corner, and that's how he unfortunately met his first at-bat. I would love to try and get a hit here. The empty count is now going to change to 0-1. Again, McGuire, the leading strikeout hurler on the mound for the Newman Knights at this point, comes in relief. That one sails too far outside as we bring you back behind the plate. Again, it is a 2-1 advantage here for Newman Catholic. The visitors coming on in here. That one gets hit high. That one will be playable, and it will be just nicely done on the run to avoid the altercation there, and a heck of a play there by Peterson. You know, I've got to say, I've seen enough games. That is not easy, and that was a really high pop-up. That was impressive to catch, and in the end, that's what Newman brings to the table every single time out, and that's why you got to love the program that continues to produce high. That one, not quite in there, as, again, Cutsford is stepping on up to his second time. The 1-0 delivery. And misses that one just by a bit there, 2-0. Hey, got to give a shout out to all the umpires out there. Please go ahead and give a shout out to the umpires. Thank them for what they do. Really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we've had to have a few games across this season not fully staffed in terms of umpiring. So that's something that's unfortunate, as that one's in there for the strike. But we really, what we really want to do is make sure that as much as we can, we're there. We're trying to highlight these guys, and we're trying to highlight as best we can. We can't really have that without the umpires, right? So really want to say, please give them a big shout out here as I maneuver 7 things at once, but give them a big shout out and thank them. That one on the inner hand job, that one pokes it out to left field. And you know what? Get on any way you can. That was a jam job that he muscled out there into left field. And with 2 down, there's a runner on here for the Wolverines, and life still into this inning. Cooper Steffen up to the plate. Ground out victim his first time up. Dike-New Hartford now with 3 hits in the ball game. The empty count, runner on, and that one just about let her high, finds the zone, 0-1. So again, check out our High and Tight program, which again, you can catch right here on the iSports YouTube page. It's called High and Tight, and I do bring up a point that I really want anyone to lend their thoughts on. Should there ever be a time where we will suspend part of the pitch count rules for the state tournaments? And again, how I mean that is not in any way to make it negatively impact the players, but at least put the one rule where you have to have a day in between your last pitching start, or at least pitching performance, and then no other rules from there. I mean, again, just a thought process. Limit the pitch count rules to just you have to have a day in between your last pitch. Because in the end, I think that we get a lot deeper pitching battles when it comes to the title games, right? Just a fan here saying that. I could be off, totally off. What are your thoughts? Let me know. That one's sent out foul, and we go and draw it full 3-2. Also, give a shout out to Sioux City. I really do hope, honestly, that Sioux City gets a chance to host again here in the future sometime. I think, honestly, we should have a rotating basis to cover as many different areas of the state as possible. But again, just me. Runner taken off, but he'll have to head back as that one is foul, and we remain all locked in at 3-2. Again, the scoring road so far, it has been a 1-run lead here for Dike-New Hartford after 2, but then after 3, and since then it has been a 2-1 lead here for the Knights. The 3-2 count, runner taken off and fighting his way, post 10 pitches now. Nicely done off the 9-hole is Steffen. Again, Dike-New Hartford usually wins these low-scoring battles in which we find ourselves in right now. So the full count, let's see what comes of it now. And McGuire with the hurl. That one too far inside, and we have runners on first and second now. Nice job there out of the 9-hole, the second leadoff man, as you will. Steffen worked his way post 10 pitches in order to get there. Heck of an effort out of him, and he'll stand on first. And again, on second is Cutsworth. And now, top of the lineup in Gerbrock, back up to the plate. 0 for 2, but looking to change the tides here. Could play hero if he connects on one. The 0-2 delivery. That one on a chopper out there to short. The pick and the fire over there for the force out at second. And in the end, the threat here for Dike-New Hartford comes up empty. Defense, defense, and more defense for the Knights. Heck of a battle here for them as they have now made it 3 scoreless innings here for Dike-New Hartford offensively. Heck of a performance. And now we'll go ahead and we'll have to get another half inning going here. It'll be the 6th inning coming on up. And again, chances running out for the Wolverines as again, both teams looking to secure the 4-year tiebreaker here in this one. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, again, one last time. We've gotten a lot of answers so far, but one last time. And again, if you are the winner, make sure to hit us up with your, where do we send it? I should say, doesn't have to be home address, but where do we got to send it to? And what size, what shirt size would you like? And we'll go ahead and send it your way here. But as always, brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Gosh, guys, I do urge you to check them out because they help bring this broadcast to you, first and foremost. But next, they've got dynamite food. I mean, truly, you're going to walk out of there feeling like you just left heaven. I guarantee you, they do a great job. And while you're in Galena, you get to enjoy the sights and sounds of everything that's there. And again, why not add to what is a great atmosphere of Galena by adding a great atmosphere at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. So again, make sure to check that out today. Again, the trivia question here is simply put, there have been how many teams to go back to back state titles, not just state tournament, state titles. And it would be preferable if you could also give me all 4 of those teams. Here's a hint. One of them is a defunct school. No longer in existence, is a defunct program. So, not in existence. The other 3 still rocking and rolling, but one has not been around for quite some time. As we continue, we rock and roll. It's the top half of the next inning. A chopper there by Peterson out there. The third Dancer has a deep throw. He couldn't really get set off his back leg and says, I got this. In the end, secures out number 1 and a quick one at that. So the Knights with 3 hits of their own. 4 hits, overall. Those 4 hits included 3 in the third, 1 in the second here. As we continue on after Peterson, is West stepping on up to the plate. Again, West Cole looking at a solid year at the DH. Sophomore batting .429, 35 runs driven in. As Cole takes a look at now a 1-1 count. So 2-1, that's how we stand out here right now. The Knights with 4 hits, 3 hits for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. So the 2-1 delivery. And ends up just beneath the letters there for an even count at 2-2. That one in the dirt here. We bring it up full. Hey, I do want to give a big shout out to everyone, players. We want to show your highlights, and so we do get a lot of college coaches looking at what we put out there. We have a lot of contact with them. Not saying anything with that, but we want to highlight you guys because we want you to go to the next level. If you want to go to the next level, for sure. So any highlights, videos, more stat lines, we want to highlight you. That one on a hard rip ball. Texter says, man, heck of a play there. And, hey, pitchers are definitely athletes. In fact, you got a huge one on the mound right now. And, man, that was a rocket right back to him. And he says, I got this, no problem. Sets down another big out there. And so that will bring up now Tegan Eisenlohr back to the plate. He is 1 for 2, singled back in the second. So following the 5-3 and 1-3 putouts here, we start the next with strike number 1. As we continue, excuse me, as continue to rock. You know, I get the frog in the throat sometimes, and I do apologize. Don't mean to cough right in there. But right now we go 2-1 with the count. They're already 2 down. That one's a light chopper out there to third, but on the wrong side of the chalk line it goes, and that's just a foul ball. We now even it up now at 2 apiece. So from Dike-New Hartford High School Baseball Diamond, this is prototypical. I absolutely love it here. Heck of a venue, heck of a complex here. And he gets him to swing through that one. Strikeout number 4. Texter, got to give him a huge shout out here. Last inning, strikes out the side. This inning, 2 groundouts and his 4th strikeout of the game. And that is how we send us into the bottom half of the inning. We will go ahead into a break here. We'll have more coming on up, including our trivia winner. So again, if you are the trivia winner, you will be, we just need where we got to send it to and what the shirt size is. And we really appreciate you playing some trivia here for us. We'll be back right after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is... All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back as we continue to roll here. And we start things off by taking a look at a big matchup here. Carson Costello, who had a bunt single back in the 4th. He starts things off rocking here and swings through that one for a 1-1 count. So we do have our trivia winner, and we'll give it to you here after this pitch here as McGuire looks and he fires. Nicely done catching the outside corner on that one. I got to say, pitching today has been a blessing to watch. They have painted the corners, and they just been, I mean, Michelangelo might be jealous here. That one sailed too far outside, though. But we do got to give a shout-out to Caleb Hammer. Caleb Hammer correctly guessed the number of teams that have gone 4 consecutive state titles, and that is... the number 4. 4 teams have gone back-to-back-to-back-to-back state titles. That one's chopped right side, deep in the hole catch, but in the end, a fire over there. Henry gets him out. A heck of a play there. Made it look easy for out number 1. And now a pitcher-on-pitcher battle. Texter back up to the plate. 2 groundouts to second so far. But again, the 4 teams that have won 4 consecutive state titles, Van Meter, West Des Moines Valley, and Key, as well as Norway. Norway, the historic Norway program, they were one of the few teams to run back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Again, it is Norway, Key, West Des Moines Valley, and Van Meter. The 0-1, we even it up now at 1 apiece. Again, 3 total hits here for Dike-New Hartford, looking to add another one. They need one here. Down to the final 6 outs here in the ball game. Now they'll look to fire. That one will be inside, and Blue says that catches the inside enough. So 1-2, here's the delivery. McGuire's been really good out of the pen here. That one on a chopper finds its way where they ain't, as that's a seeing eye single right in between Henrik and Eisenlohr, as that is how we now stand with a runner on first. Dike-New Hartford a chance to answer back here. So following the single here, Dancer back up at the plate. He is 1 for 2, doubled back in the second and later came around to score. You know what? When it rains and it rains on your scorebook, man, do those images get a little bit dancy on you, right? Certainly, we're glad we're still here. In the end, a great venue, a great crowd overall, just a great game, and really got to appreciate everybody for making this possible. Again, we really appreciate Coach Martin for allowing us to come out here, for the administration for allowing us to come out here, for both Coach Martin and Coach Bull for allowing us to get in and give you all these great graphics here. Again, the pregame graphics brought to you by Cadmium Sports, and it just really helps. In the end, a one-man operation here for me on the broadcast side of things. So when we have coaches like this, high-caliber coaches that just go out of their way to lend a hand, it really does mean a whole lot. So with one down, a runner on first, Dancer trying to help out his own cause again here. He was the starter in today's contest and fouls that one out. He ended up going 4 strikeouts on the mound, helped himself out with a double, and he would certainly love, and the whole team would love, if he could connect here. Meanwhile, McGuire has been dealing on the mound. That one on a slow roller out there, the third. Anderson with the fire to second. They will not get the runner at first, but they do get the lead runner as Texter is set down. And that is out number 2 on the fielder's choice. And now Bolus up at the plate once again here. He has gone officially 0 for 1, but a sacrifice RBI to give Dike-New Hartford their only run of the game back in inning number 2. So the empty count here as we continue to roll on. And number 5 hole man up for Dike-New Hartford. Also the only one to have struck a hit here. That one gets hit on a line up, but in the end, that hangs up just enough. A shame that one comes down in the glove for the Wolverines, but in the end, the fly out to center officially wraps up the bottom half of the inning. So yet again, despite runners on, the Wolverines unable to poke across a run. The Knights still hold on to that 2-1 advantage as we continue to roll right along. We get the next half inning coming on up after this right here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites. The LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. Blaine starting us off here as we get the Newman Catholic Knights to kick off the 7th inning here. And he takes a look at ball 1. Again, our trivia winner is Caleb Hammer. Congratulations, Caleb. Make sure to give us, email us back your information. Where should we send it to, and what is the t-shirt size that you would like? The 2-0 count now, that's too far inside. Texter now has his count drawn 3-0. It has been 3.5 scoreless innings since the last time there was any scoring action here. Again, the game started with a 1-0 lead after 2 from Dike-New Hartford, but then a 2-run top of the third here for the Newman Catholic Knights have put them up by the mark of 2-1. And with that, we draw a leadoff walk, and Henrik stepping up to the plate. He too has walked and is officially 0 for 1 with that strikeout back in the second. So an empty count here as we kick things off. Again, it's been a 2-1 advantage here for 3.5 innings for Newman. That one, bunt attempts pulled back as the third baseman in Dancer was crashing in there. And you can tell these guys are true athletes. That's why this is a calendar circling game. Really had to make sure we get to it because in the end, these two teams are just lights out. That bunt attempt perfectly squared down, laid down. The only play for Texter is at first, and it is to perfection as we get a runner moving over to second base. And again, the sacrifice bunt brings up out number 1 with the runner in scoring position. And now Anderson back up at the plate, 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground out in 2 trips. Swings through that one, and we start 0-1. Texter already with 4 strikeouts into this game. Overall on the season, he mentioned as one of 3 individuals on the squad with 30 or more strikeouts. In fact, 31 coming into today's game. Teams hitting just 155 against him. And you can see why. Again, we have a heck of a pitching matchup right now between him and McGuire. That one sails a bit on him as we go 1-2. Again, Caleb, make sure to give us your information. Where should we send it to? Preferably by the time game time ends here, as that one's off the fence and back at it. Again, anybody up for conversations? Hey, love the back and forth, guys. I just saw this in the chat right now. You know what? This is pretty fun. Getting to see some of this action here. I believe a possible coach is involved in the chat here. All fun. Love it. In the end, however you take in the game, I love that you're here. In the end, we got to take in that strikeout, make it number 5 on the game for Texter as he sets down out number 2. A big one at that, as it kind of takes away a little bit of juice. But in the end, Egger back up to the plate with a chance to try and add. So far 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. That one couldn't find the corner, goes 1-0. So again, as always, that goes 2-0. Really do appreciate everybody who makes this possible. So I know I gave shout out to the umpires, and rightfully do. They need it. But give a shout out to administration here, because you look out, and I don't care what you say, this is a heck of a ball field. This is a heck of an atmosphere for baseball. And the fact that we get to have this, again, on a Thursday night, I don't know if I'd rather be anywhere else. So honestly, shout out to administration and the community for what is a heck of an atmosphere, but a great venue here. So yeah, got to give a shout, again, more shout outs and credit where credit is due. So another walk here. That's the second of the inning here for Texter. Now puts a little bit added pressure with 2 on, but he does have the advantage of 2 out. But then I go back to say Cal McGuire is up, and he already has a single and a stolen base here. So, take it for what you will. It's still a pressure cooker here. As, again, Texter trying to keep it at the 1-run deficit. Meanwhile, Newman trying to add. That one gets hit high. That one's steering, and that will be out of play. As a nice running effort there here, but not quite able to catch up with that one. So again, multiple camera views here, testing out. What do you like about it? Do you like the camera system? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, hit us up. What are your thoughts there? As that one is swung on for strike 2. You know, we're really trying to go all out, trying to get away from having a fence in the way. So really wanted to try something different. Want to know what your thoughts are. The 1-2 delivery, that one sails a bit on him. Here we go 2-2. And we have twos wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with 2 runners on. It's a 2-1 advantage, Newman Catholic. And that one, Texter thought he got the upper edge. In the end, we now bring it all the way full. And boy, could you get any more tense right now. 2 runners on. 3-2. And here's the delivery. That one, 2 chopper out there. The 3rd dancer with the pick and fire. Nice play. Dike-New Hartford's got some defense here, folks. And we go another scoreless. That makes it 4 consecutive scoreless innings. And it is now down to the do-or-die bottom half of the inning. It's a chance here for one of these 2 teams to take the W. In the end, Dike-New Hartford needs 1 to tie, 2 to win, and we'll see what's coming on up when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, everybody, got something special for all you electric fence. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. West Cole is doing the pitching duties. 3rd Newman Catholic night to get onto the mound. And he is rocking it here and trying to shut the door. He's trying to grab the save here in tonight's contest. On the end, he does have 1 save. The sophomore, heck of a year so far. He has 30 innings under his belt, 26 strikeouts. Team's hitting just .225 against him. He has allowed just 9 walks on the season. He is rocking and rearing to go. And we get rocking here with the start of this inning. That one shot on a slow roller out there by Block. And nice play at short. McGuire shows off the arm. That one had him pretty much stopped in his tracks. So heck of a play. And the 6-3 putout now puts Dike-New Hartford in danger here as they are down to the just final 2 outs. Meester back up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a line out. And that's ball 1 to start his time here. Coach Bull doing a mix-up here. Again, a good mix of pitchers. Again, this has been a pitching duel up to this point. That one is in there, letter high for the strike. Again, Meester last time up, popped out on a big pop-out. Again, heck of a play by Peterson behind the dish that time, and he pops it up again. But that one goes out of play, and we go to 1-2. So as we also move right along, hey, we have check out rockfin.com, ROKFIN.com. That one's lifted left side. That one's taken into left field, but right at Egger, as that will be out number 2. That looked like it had some life on it, and certainly fans were hoping it had a little bit more than it did. In the end, that is out number 2 on a fly out to left. And again, this is the 4-year tiebreaker. Again, last year it went to Dike-New Hartford, but in the end, both these teams 2 wins apiece in the all-time series. As Cuts for us back up to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. Again, he singled back in the 5th and advanced to second, but couldn't get any further than that. Next pitch he sees is in there, letter high, and we go 1-1. So the beautiful backdrop here, Newman Catholic, they are number 9 in the 1A scene. Dike-New Hartford, number 7 in the 2A scene and the latest IA baseball rankings, which you can check out by heading to rockfin.com, ROKFIN.com/IA baseball, or find us across our social media pages. That one swung on there, and strike 3. Ladies and gentlemen, that sets them down. And Dike-New Hartford falls here. Newman Catholic, they come in and they end up shutting the door. They win the low-scoring battle, their first game in the series in which they have won a game that has had less than 5 combined runs. Newman Catholic comes and takes away a win as now they wrap up the regular season here. And again, looking at their road ahead, it's Clarksville coming on up, and that's their battle as they look to try and continue on, get back to the state tournament back-to-back seasons here. In the end, Newman Catholic, again, making sure I have my notes right as we get things rolling right along here. Again, it's a 2-1 victory here for the Knights, and we'll get the whole stat line and more, including what's coming on next for both of these teams right after this here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. all you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back here as we have post-game coverage brought to you by RDA Financial here on eCam, and that's the setup we use. In the end, it is a 2-1 victory here for the Newman Catholic Knights, and they do so off of 4 hits and 6 runners left on. They have 3 stolen bases in the mix. Meanwhile, for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines, they fall 1 run off 3 hits, 3 runners left on. And in the end, they fish as we continue on. They fall in this one. Again, it was a heck of a battle. It was a fun battle to watch. And in the end, if you had as much excitement with it as I did, man, it was from the first pitch, even though we had to go through rain to do it, in the end, we got it in. In the end, Dike-New Hartford, they fall to 20-4 on the season before they hit postseason play. Meanwhile, Newman Catholic, they head to 21-8 before they take on Clarksville. And speaking about that, let's go ahead and we'll take a look here at what's going on. A little bit of a look at my busy screen here as we take a look. And this is the look at what Dike-New Hartford will be seeing. Again, they are one of the top 4 seeds. And in the end, Pleasantville, Mid-Prairie, Anamosa, and Dike-New Hartford. And the Wolverines, they play the winner of Jessup, and Applington Parkersburg. Both of those series, Dike-New Hartford has the edge in. It's going to be a fun one there. That is from Anamosa on the 8th. So a couple days after you enjoy the fireworks of 4th of July or whatever your festivities are, that will be what's rolling there for Dike-New Hartford. On the other side of things, in 1A Sub-State Bracket 3, it will look like this. Newman Catholic in the District 6 bracket. They take on Clarksville on the 5th. And then the winner, they will play the winner of, if they move on, that is. If they win, they will take on the winner of Columbus Catholic and Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Guys, I got to tell you, it has been a Thursday. But again, they take on the winner of Columbus Catholic and Gladbrook Rhinebeck. And again, this is the look that we have for the Newman Catholic Knights in their quest to go back-to-back state tournament trips. All right, as we're back out here for you, again, a heck of a battle. This was one that kind of breezed by, and we had to delay the game just a bit due to rain. And in the end, I was trying desperately to keep water off of the cameras and all that. So thank you for staying with me here through the early goings of this one. We ended up having a heck of a battle in the end, and what more can you ask for? In the end, Newman Catholic already have taken off, but this number of guys to give player of the game to, a number of different guys going down the roster, including Cal McGuire. He came in and just laid down the foundation after Anderson had a good start. He did what he needed to do. Didn't strike out anybody, but he was efficient and missing barrels. And he did what he needed to do to just get Dike-New Hartford off with their batting. And in the end, what happens? You get the win in a close 2-1 battle because of it. Also, got to give a shout out to Peterson behind the dish, man. He had some pop-ups that I couldn't find, and he managed to track them down. He called a good game. He had a great game behind the dish. So he is a big staple of why Newman Catholic is continuing to be where they are and that dominant. So in the end, they have done great work, but you got to give some love on the other side here to Dike-New Hartford, and I got to give a lot of love the way of Lewis Texter. He came in relief, and he did what he needed to do. And I say did what he needed to do. He was just the second pitcher they used. He came in and shut the door. First inning out of the gates for him. Again, back in the 5th inning, he went in. The first thing he did was strike out the side. And then from there, he added 2 more strikeouts, but he did not allow another run the rest of the way. And that's all you can ask for in a guy coming in relief. That is very important. That is very impressive, I should say. So, again, got to give a big shout-out here to Lewis Texter. A heck of a performance. Heck of a hit here by Carson Costello on the bunt single, laid down perfectly down the third base line. That was one of 2 perfectly placed bunts in this game, 1 from each team. And gosh, guys, I couldn't have been more impressed by the small ball game, by the overall game played here tonight. It was great, and these 2 teams are exactly why high school baseball in Iowa is alive, it's well, it's thriving. These 2 teams are the epitome of what is great baseball here in the state of Iowa. So, again, give them a shout-out. Also, give the shout-out once again to the umpires. You cannot have the game without them, folks. Truly, you may disagree, but in the end, respect what they do, right? And I know a lot of people on this broadcast now do and have been listening, so thank you for doing so. These guys give their time. Yes, they get paid, but in the end, it's a tough job to do. You have a strike zone that, and again, these guys, these pitchers, they have balls that move left, right, up, down, in any which way fashion, and it's often hard to see, and they make it look easy. So, again, give the shout-out the way the umpires. Thank them any which way you can. It goes a long way. Also, thanks to the Dike-New Hartford administration for being here. Really appreciate them for letting us come here and broadcast this game. Coach Martin, thank you very much. His support of the community, his support of iBaseball, his support of just baseball in the state is unmatched. So, want to give a big thank you to him. With that, ladies and gentlemen, man, I've talked a lot. In the end, we get McGuire picking up the win here for the Newman Catholic Knights. And he ends up with quite the season so far, as again, another stellar outing from him. And again, no strikeouts. But in the end, he picked up his 8th win of the season, one of the highest win marks in all of Class 1A. The loss will land on Dancer, who ended up going 4 innings worth of work, 4 strikeouts, and was credited with the 2 runs that did come to pass. In the end, Texter came in relief, and a heck of a performance out of him as well. Again, those are our players to mention anyway. Players of the game brought to you by Casmium Sports. Make sure to check out what they've got going, how they can help your program move right along. And again, check them out today. They are our stats leader, our stats gurus across the 2025 season and beyond. So thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Andrew Brown here saying thank you for everything and thank you for the listen. Until we see each other next time, stay safe on the base paths. Thanks again.